Kyle Busch has been so strong tonight. Can Kevin Harvick reel that guy in and finally get by him?
I think that's the fastest truck. I think Kevin Harvick does have the best truck, Rick. So, yes, I'd say he'll get up there and get with Kyle Busch.
Oh, Johnny.
Oh, no, Johnny's in it. Johnny Benson gets involved in this one once again. The 7th gets into the wall, and now a caution comes out, and our championship contender gets involved again.
This is damage. This will hurt that truck. Look at how hard he hit. Watch when he hits this wall.
It's unbelievable.
Look at the splitter and the damage to the right side and the middle of that truck.
Yeah, and look at the right rear corner. Look at all the damage now. Look at that. I'm telling you, I believe it's pulled that right rear tire back a little bit too.
He's got to go behind the wall. That rear end housing, look at the way the right rear tire is knocked flat. It's sticking out the left quarter panel. See how his tire's out on the left?
Would you ever have imagined when we started this race that the two trucks battling for a championship would look this bad, and we just passed halfway?
No, look at the toe out on that right front wheel there. He's got significant damage.
He bounced off that outside wall. He's saying the steering wheel's fairly straight, but we obviously see there's a lot of toe in that front end that they'll have to. I think that's behind the wall, Phil.
Yeah, I do too. And I think that, look at the right rear tire there. It's towed out as well, and it's got the whole rear end housing pushed over to the left. He may have more suspension damage than Ron Hornaday had.
I think this truck's torn up suspension-wise way worse than Ron's. And, you know, you can beat around fenders. You can bash down the back of the truck like they're doing there. That's easy. But this suspension issues, that's not easy. That takes time.
Replacing pieces is what that's going to happen.
That takes a lot of time. You can see TJ Bell in the SpongeTech.com truck. This guy's just got together entering the first corner. Ray, what's happening?
Trip Bruce is talking on the radio here, Michael. I was just trying to listen to see. Johnny Benson said that he didn't feel like the rear end housing had broken completely loose. It may be out of line, but so the guys are underneath there trying to get an update on that to see exactly what's going on. And they're checking on the right front here too. I'll get back to you with another update in a few laps.
Now, when this happened, Johnny Benson had a 51-point lead over Ron Hornaday. That's all going to start going away.
As they ran. That's why that gets on my nerves. Because now, as they run, Johnny's got a 21-point lead over Ron Hornaday, and that's going to
change as well.
That's going to change.
That's going to probably
Well, right now,
shrink.
Johnny Benson is being shown in the 24th position. Ron Hornaday in the 29th position. Brett Thompson right now is in the 25th position. He's 1 lap down. Johnny has already lost 1 lap, and he's got enough damage. He's at least going to lose that position right there to Brett Thompson.
And the 4 trucks that are between Johnny and Ron right now, 3 of them are out of the race. So that means Ron's going to pass those trucks.
These trucks may finish together.
They might finish together.
And there is a possibility, because back here you get 3 points per position. There's a possibility that we could have no points separate the two when we get to the end of this race.
That would be a tie.
We would have.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah, let's
Johnny
take another
Benson's
look.
down on the inside of TJ Bell when they get to turn 1. Ooh. Johnny's in trouble from the word go.
Hard.
Yeah, Johnny just expected TJ to go in a little wider, give him a little bit more room. Johnny had that inside wall coming up on his left, and they just made contact entering turn number 1.
It looked like Johnny got in trouble in a hurry, though, Phil. As soon as he let off the gas, I think the truck either bottomed out and he pushed and got up toward TJ Bell, or he got loose. It didn't look normal from the time they let off the gas trying to get into turn 1. Watch right here. See him just sort of bobble as he gets into 1.
And then Johnny just had to chase it up the hill. Once they made the contact, he couldn't stay off TJ, couldn't stay out of the outside wall.
Right along with Johnny.
This is the view we had originally had. There's the contact right there. Now he just can't get away from TJ. You hear that contact with the outside wall.
Ron's truck slid a long way, you know, before he hit the wall, and then he got hit in the side, basically, once he came to a rest on the inside of the track, doing a lot of cosmetic damage to that truck, but not a whole lot of mechanical damage. Now you hear Johnny Benson saying he thinks he's got a broken rotor. This is big. He'll have to go behind the wall and fix that truck.
Yeah, we see a lot of the guys going, and that's a crash cart right there. They're gonna try to get the parts, whatever parts they may need for that truck.
Pull the right front back off, Billy. Check it out exactly what's broke on the thing. Coming around the corner, guys. Brake.
That was Trip Bruce, the crew chief, talking on the radio to Johnny.
So the 23
That should be
making,
straight on the steering wheel. Check the toe again. See if the rear end. Make sure the panhard bar ain't broke.
Adam Alexander.
And you can see the repairs being made to Johnny Benson's race truck. Tough situation for them. And when he made that first trip down pit road, passing the pit area for Kevin Harvick, Ernie Cope, the crew chief for Kevin, spotted what had happened. He got on the radio and told Kevin Harvick, you see Harvick here, pretty damaged up is that 23 truck. Harvick came back and said, that's the best news I've heard all day. So what was a disappointing start to this race is getting better and better from Harvick's perspective, and it looks like the tough stuff just beginning for Benson. Ray?
Yeah, and down here, Adam, Johnny Benson saying on the radio that he feels like something's broke, whether it's in the rear end. Now, the crew went underneath and said that the panhard bar, which locates the center of the rear end, is bent, but it is not broken. Now, if that was broken, the entire wheels would flop all the way on the inside or outside of the body, but it's not broken, it's bent. Johnny said, can we straighten that? Then the next question was, what about the right front? Do we have anything broken in the steering? Because he felt like either there was a broken rotor or something in the steering. Those guys are looking up front. Everybody's shaking their head no, that nothing is broken. Next question is, do they have to go behind the wall, put this thing up on jack stands to get a better look?
Well, Ray talked about everyone shaking their heads. Everyone watching is shaking their heads, saying, I don't believe what is happening in this championship battle.
I know us three up here are shaking our heads, that's for sure.